Hey there, it's Leah Ingram. I write the Real Sophisticated Consumer blog, which is actually at my name domain, which is leahingram.com. You may know me on the Peloton leaderboard as Leah_is_possum, P-A-W-S-O-M-E. And I am doing this video today because on the Hardcore on the Floor group on Facebook, a bunch of people were talking about the best shoes to wear when you're working out. And I actually just did a blog post on that and did sort of a little bit of a niche twist on that with the best wide width shoes to wear when you're working out. And like with many of the other blog posts I've ever written about having wide feet, which I have, double wide, thank you very much, it's nearly impossible to find good shoes for whatever it is that you need. And so in this instance, it was, what kind of shoes do you wear when you're working out? And you may have seen my Instagram reel where I talked about running shoes, not a great idea, barefoot, not a great idea. You really want to get a weightlifting shoe, which is also sold as a cross-training shoe. So you may have seen that in the store. So what I did was I went ahead and I ordered 5 different pairs of what I was told would be weightlifting shoes that would fit a wide foot. And when I had first planned to do this video, I was gonna try them on for you and talk about it, but then this happened. So I tripped in my garage a couple of days ago. I landed right here. I may or may not have a broken wrist. I have a follow-up appointment with an orthopedist next week, but in the meantime, I can't tie my shoes. So I'm gonna do the best that I can to demo the shoes that I bought and explain to you the decisions that I made. Were they wide enough? What are the brands? Where could you buy them? And then reveal the actual winner. There is 1 pair, possibly 2, that I will be keeping. So let me get started with, what is a weightlifting shoe? So a weightlifting shoe, if you ever played volleyball, is very similar to that. You want something with a very flat sole. A running shoe, a walking shoe, the sole is very different. It can make your foot stable, unstable when you are trying to lift weights. So many of the brands that people recommended I look at were Reebok and Nike and a couple of others that I will get to. So let me start with the Reebok. So this is called the Reebok Nano, and a lot of people on the Hardcore on the Floor group, which by the way on Instagram is at HCOTF as in Frank 2018. That's also their hashtag. People recommended this Reebok Nano shoe. I'm gonna do the best to hold it with my gimpy hand that can't tie shoes, because this is my left hand, this is my right hand. What hand do I write with? My right hand. So this is a Reebok Nano shoe. You can see that it has the thinner sole. This is a perfect weightlifting shoe. I got this in an 8 men's. I often will get a men's shoe because they fit a wider foot better than a women's shoe. You'll notice that the toe box is a little wider, and this shoe did fit me. It was okay. But it wasn't a winner. You know how it is when you try on shoes? Like you put it on and you know right away whether or not it worked. So it was wide enough, but it just didn't feel supportive enough. So I bought this off of Zappos, which is great because they have free shipping to and from. So I will be sending this back. But if you don't have double wide feet, maybe you just have single wide feet, or maybe you just have regular feet, the Nano is probably a good option for you to look at. Okay, second is the Nike Metcon. So a lot of people had recommended this shoe, which when I first opened it, I was really surprised because to me, this looks like a basketball shoe, with just the way the sole is, the way it comes up, although I realize a basketball shoe would be higher up here on the ankle. Again, it has a little bit more of a wider toe box. It fit, I didn't love it. A lot of people really like the Nike Metcon, and again, I got this. Yeah, this was a men's 8, so it did technically fit. It didn't feel great. Also bought this on Zappos, and there's a lot of different color choices, but this was the only one they had in my size. So this might work for you if you have a less wide foot than I do, or maybe if you are familiar with Nike shoes. I don't normally wear Nikes, so you know, this one is also going to go back to Zappos. Okay, the third kind that I got, it's called Altra Running. I don't know if you can see that. I had never heard of this brand before, but then once I started researching it, it has really good reviews from people. Now, it may say Altra Running, but this is not a running shoe. This is clearly a weightlifting shoe, which you can see because it's got the thinner sole here, and it's got a really wide toe box. So I looked to order this in a men's size, but this, by the way, was on Amazon. But when I went on, it said it fits true to size. So I got a women's size 8, which I should have known better. I should have gotten a women's size 9 because in sneakers, that's normally what I wear, is a size 9, even though in regular shoes, I will often wear an 8 or an 8.5. But this one, they even had the European size, and when I looked at the European size, which was a 39, that's normally a 9 in women's shoes. So like, for example, with my Birkenstocks, they are a size 39. They fit me perfectly. So long story short is I ended up getting the 8s in these, and I don't think they have a width on them, but you can see that the toe box is really wide. And I will say my foot fit in this sneaker. My toes felt fine in here. It was really roomy, but this part here, I have a really high arch, and it felt like my feet were being strangled. So if you're looking for a weightlifting shoe, you have a wide foot, but you don't have a high arch, this Altra running shoe, I believe, is one that you should consider. And again, I got this on Amazon. Okay, so then there's 2 other brands that are left. One of them is called Hoka. It's Hoka 1-1 or Hoka 1. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, the box says Hoka. I know that Peloton instructor Matt Wilpers, I think he's a brand ambassador for this one. He wears these for running. People recommended the Hoka as a weightlifting shoe, but as soon as I opened the box, I was like, this is not a weightlifting shoe. This is a running shoe. But I tried it on anyway, and you know what? It was freaking awesome. Even though my goal was to find a weightlifting shoe, I found a running shoe, a running sneaker, or an everyday sneaker that I am absolutely keeping, and I will be wearing to walk my dogs or listen to Peloton outdoor when I'm outdoors walking. This is an incredible shoe. It was so comfortable, and I'm trying to see what, I can't see what size I got. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it is a women's. Based on the color, I would say it's a woman's shoe. Okay, so this is a 9D. No, yeah, this is a woman's shoe. So this is a 9D. I normally would wear a 9 in a women's shoe. This felt amazing on, so I am keeping this. So sidebar to the weightlifting shoes that you need to buy, this was a great everyday running sneaker, walking sneaker shoe, which I'm absolutely keeping. Did not expect to end up with a new running sneaker because I normally wear Brooks. So this was a pleasant surprise. So yay, bonus. Okay, and then the last one that I got is Ryka. You probably, if you ever did like step aerobics or jazzercise or things like that, you know, in the 90s or the early 2000s, you heard about this brand, and it says it's, you know, made for women. It's a women's sneaker shoe company, and this is their weightlifting shoe, and I'm gonna see if I can see what the model is. So it's Influence Black Mesh. This is a 9 wide, and as I said earlier, I normally have to get men's sneakers in a wide to fit my wide foot. Well, this one right out of the box, okay, I'm gonna, you know, use a cliche, fit like a glove. It was unbelievable. And again, if you saw the Instagram reel that I did about what shoes you should be wearing when you're weightlifting, you probably saw me wearing them. So, you know, ta-da, haha, here's the reveal. This is the shoe that I have been using and wearing when I am doing weightlifting. It has a removable insole. Again, I mentioned I have high arches. It's got this really nice arch support. The removable insole, if I was wearing orthotics, then I could put them in. So this also came from, okay, I bought all the shoes on either Zappos or Amazon, and since Amazon owns Zappos, it's, you know, you might as well just be buying from the same company. It came from one of those companies, but it was just, this is fantastic, and I am so happy to have found this. So if you are looking for a wide width weightlifting shoe, and you're a woman like I am, I would recommend this Ryka shoe for sure. I do have a blog post on wide width shoes for weightlifting, which I hope you will check out at my blog, leahingram.com. And if there are any topics that you would like me to cover in a video or a reels or a blog post or something in the future, just leave me a comment, let me know. I'm always happy to answer questions, and if I see you on the Peloton leaderboard, I will send out a high five. Again, this is Leah Ingram. Leah is Possum, P-A-W-S-O-M-E, on the Peloton leaderboard, leahingram.com, on the blog, and thank you so much for watching.